corn.
What you want? What you want?
Well, I went and picked up some corn. These stalks are not in the best condition, but they'll work. And they were free. Saturday morning, I'm going to work on filling this area out back here. And then I'm going to work on filling in the tree line a little bit more to make it a little more dense. And then tomorrow I'll move over back to the graveyard and start shaping up some of that styrofoam, making it look a little more like rock and that type of stuff, so it's ready for paint. I had a question. Someone wanted to know how exactly I was making the tree line happen. So I'll show you guys real quick. I have some old chain link fencing. This stuff was rolled up in the back, been sitting there forever, so I kind of unrolled it and then just threw up some fence posts and tied it to it and then made it like a fence line. And then when I ran out of the fencing on the front side here, I ran some T-posts in the ground, and then I just took some rope and secured rope, pulled it real tight, a line up top and a line on bottom. And then, oops, to get all the trees on here, basically on the fence line, and then to attach the little sticks and trees to the fence, I just basically laid the trees up against the fence and then tied them off with whatever I had. I used a lot of twine on some of them I used zip ties on. I got more zip ties. I'm going to wind up zip tying these on today to make them thicker. Zip ties are just faster, but I just been using whatever I had. So another little kind of chicken wire fence thing that a friend of mine had to do this. Same thing, just put the sticks up against it, ran some T-posts first to kind of hold the fence up, and then just wired them in. So anyway, that's how I did the tree line. It's kind of quick and dirty. It's not super stable. We've had some winds. They've been doing okay. Fence sways back and forth, but it doesn't fall over. I've seen squirrels running all over these things, jumping out of the trees and landing on tops of these. I've had to fix a few of them, but it hasn't been that bad. I was really concerned that they were gonna fall over. But that's how I do it, and that's what we're gonna work on today. Thickening all this stuff up here, getting it kind of closed off back there on the witch side, and kind of getting this fencing just a little more dense, get the woods a little more dense. Then we can move back over to the graveyard once again and start getting that stuff detailed out. Well, it's about 6 o'clock, and I'm going to call it a night tonight. I got all this stuff taken care of, all this stuff filled in that I wanted to get filled in, so tomorrow I can work on the graveyard, shaping those stones. But anyway, I took the corn stalks that I had and just kind of filled in the fence line with the corn stalks because they were all jacked up and couldn't really do, you know, a big thing with corn stalks, but it made a better filler for the fence, for this tree fence line, so it'll work. Did it over here too. I know it's kind of hard to see, but we got all this in through here, filled it out in the bottom. That all turned out pretty cool. I made this totem dude with some corn stalk and stuff. He's pretty cool. He's kind of creepy. I like that natural look. I wish I had some more stalks and some more skulls like that, deer skulls, and I'd make a whole bunch of these. That tree right there, and then running back this way, this was all open, and now we've got this all closed off. We got some vines and stuff all over this old swing set that closes this stuff off on the back side for the witch's hut. Got another deal here we're gonna hang a pot on. Of course, the witch's hut's got to get all decked out, but that's later. That's detail, and that's after we get props out and all that stuff. That's why I'm ready to get props out. I want to get props out and get things taken care of. But yeah, that totem's pretty cool. So when they come out, they'll see, you know, be a pot here, the witch's hut, another witch's hut there. There's going to be pumpkin jack right in here, and then you got this totem that's turned out fairly cool. I like the way it looks. So as far as all the woods fence goes and all that, I'm done. It's thick enough. It looks better here than it looks on camera. It feels like you're in something, you know, versus just being out in the yard. So that's what I wanted, and I got that feeling going on. So we're done with this. Get over here on the graveyard side. We'll get those taken care of tomorrow. Don't have any paint right now, so probably just get those shaped, ready to go and ready for paint, and then I'll start putting tombstones up. Tomorrow I'm excited. It's almost time to start putting the props up. We get all the props up, and it's gonna be fun. So see you guys tomorrow. Well, it's Sunday and I got stuff done. I haven't showed you anything. Phone or camera was not charged, and I just got to work. I went ahead and got all the stonework shaped out. I mean, there's stuff like this where I sprayed great stuff in here to fill the foam up, and you can see those little deals. These things need a foam coat or something over top of them so all that stuff blends in. I don't have the time. I'm not going to deal with it, but I found paint, so I painted them like a gray color, and then did a brown wash over it, and then did a little like tea staining action. Not sure if that showing up in the camera or not, and so far it all looks pretty decent. They're all now basically one color, kind of aged stone, so we don't see the white anymore. They could probably use a dry brush of white over it to pop out some of the highlights, and then tea stain them again. I really don't know if I'm going to go that deep in depth. Like this, you can see real bad. You can see where those things are filled in. But I don't know. I don't know how far in depth I'm going to go with the stone. I mean, it's time to get things set up. It's time to get the props out, get stuff going on. I got a couple more ideas for some bigger tombstone crosses to make that I want to get done. So I need to start laying props out and kind of getting it tied up where it looks like something. But anyway, today we got all the stonework done in the graveyard, and I even got it painted, so we're all good there. Now I can start laying out props. That's the big thing I want to do, start getting the props laid out, start getting this set up where it looks like something, you know, the exciting stuff. One of these days I'll actually plan the yard out, and I'll build a mausoleum ahead of time, and I'll do all my stonework ahead of time. That way I can do some real detail. That's my biggest problem, right? Like, I love making all the Mache props, and I love putting as much detail into every prop that I do. I enjoy the detail work, and then like I'm always making that stuff, making the small things, and then I don't think about facade and stuff like that that really makes the yard stand out. So I always feel like I'm kind of half-assed in the yard, not putting the detail into big things that really stand out, and then load it up with all the little things. And I need to start doing that. I need to figure out a theme, go with that, and work towards it all summer long, or all season long after Halloween's over with. That way I can have something really cool. I mean, this is good for in town here. Everybody likes it. The kids have a good time. I have a good time. But I want to make something that's just really awesome to look at. That's just undeniable when you see it. So maybe one of these days. I keep saying that and I haven't done it yet, but I really need to get done. I really need to do something like that and have a lot of fun with it. But that's about where we're at. I might start setting some props up tonight, or at least some tombstones. It's only 4 o'clock, but I'll catch you guys next week. Show you what props I get put up.